co-founder of Pebbling.ai as well. He's a quite seasoned product lead. Previously, he's been the ML Ops lead at Elsevier and has no less than 13 patents to his name, which is quite impressive. He was previously at Oracle, UHG, Philips, and also has led some early stage startups. So, with that, I give it over to you. Do you need a clicker or are you good?
Good. Oh, I do need to full screen it. Yeah, it's done. Cool. Hi guys, my name is Raahul. I'm from Pebbling.ai. So I do have my other co-founder also, Claude. Thanks, Sora, for the great presentation. By the way, he's the startup buddy in Amsterdam. So if anyone have any questions here to startup, please reach him out. It is his extra job. Let's start the conversation with some quick questions. How many of you are building agents at the moment? All. And how many of you are sending agents to the production? Not many. Cool. So I'm going to ask a quick quiz that what is the biggest challenge you guys are facing sending agents to the production? Anyone wants to volunteer? Rafa? Sorry? Evaluation means how the agents will work in a production, right? Cool. Anyone?
Risk and compliance.
Sorry?
Risk and compliance.
Risk and compliance. Oh, seriously. We do face it a lot. Anyone more?
Online evaluation.
Sorry, one by one? One? Anyone from here? Observability, yeah, good one. You?
Yeah, online evaluation and
Yeah.
was
Cool. Awesome. So let's think about an utopian situation that any one of you build an agent with a single line, single cookie cutter, just like Pebbling or something, and you have written your agent in normal English language, whatever framework you want to use. I don't love LangChain like Rafa. We hate this product. Like Agno, Crew, OpenAI SDK, Llama Index, any of agents you are using, and you are writing the agents, and you are just using a single line called Pebbling, and then your agents are live in the production. We will take care of all the enterprise level security. Rafa has his own agent, suppose the Lumina one, Saurav has his own agent, and I do have own agent, and we can communicate together. So this is the biggest problem we wanted to solve through Pebbling. Yeah, that's us, Claudia and me. I was working for 12 years in this ML journey, have a couple of companies and then a couple of startups. Claudia is coming from cybersecurity journey, and he was also a serial entrepreneur on his side, and we met around 1 year before, and then we started this new journey in Pebbling. So under this Pebbling, we do have 4 products. The Pebbling Protocol, which is like totally open source. Then we do have a Hibiscus, Sheldon, and Imagine. We'll talk one by one. So let's talk about the shift, that what is the biggest problem we are happening at the moment and why everyone is talking about the agentic solution. So like 2 years back, yeah, ChatGPT is 2 years old, 2.5 years old. 2.5 years back when we don't have the LLM model and don't have the ChatGPT, we normally do write our code. We do seriously write our code in a VS Code. Then we do write our unit test case and all that thing. But when we are writing code, normally there was some problem, and then we are writing the code. But we are not covering all the problems in the world because the world is chaotic. So something is suppose you want to write a program, but something is missing. But after this ChatGPT area, after this LLM and all that thing, when we are going through the agentic solution, it is much better. In agents can cover lots of the chaos, lots of the small nuances, and that's why now everyone is writing code in an agentic way. But there are a couple of problems when you are building agent and when you are building agent for in a production environment, like for the banks, like for the pharmaceutical companies. That suppose you have agent A and some company has built agent B, And there is no common protocol at the moment, no secured common protocol. There is A2A and ACP and all the thing, but there is no any secure protocol that talk with agent A and agent B. And another thing is also there is no negotiation. So suppose agent A wants to send some money for agent B for some work, but who will take care of the responsibility? There are some Stripe SDK, but there is no negotiation protocol in between. And obviously, suppose if you wrote your agent on Rust, I have written my agent on maybe C, we can't interoperable. So that is the biggest problem we found in this market. That's why the agent economy or internet of agents, it's becoming more utopian situation at the moment, and we are trying to solve this problem, that basic problem. We are trying to build a protocol in that layer. So two agents, maybe multiple agents in an autonomic system, they can talk together securely. At the same moment, no big brother is watching. So if if agent A build a connection with agent B, only just ask to our security guy or a security certificate that please give me that access token. When the access token has been built, then no one will take care, no one can read the conversation between agent A and agent B. It's totally peer-to-peer. We can go to the next slide. So our main vision is that when I was working for the last startup, we met a couple of pharmaceutical companies in Europe, and they told me a simple example that they couldn't solve. So that guy was from a pharmaceutical company from Paris, and he was saying that he has some team at Switzerland, he has some team at Netherlands, but every morning at 8:30 a.m. there are some guys who is selling the Excel sheet for some clinical trials, and his main job at 9:30 a.m. he just copy paste that figure from the Netherlands Excel sheet. He just taking it from his Excel sheet and he just fit in a pie chart. And that is the biggest problem for many of the organization also, because for this data problem, no one can, suppose the Paris team can talk with the Netherlands team, the Netherlands team can talk with the Switzerland team, China maybe. So data silos is a problem. We know that there are agents and all that thing, but data engineering is the basic problem. And day by day the problem is there, it's complicating everything. Agent can solve that problem. So suppose an agent can encapsulate your database through MCP server, then this Paris agent can talk with the Switzerland agent, and Switzerland agent can talk with the Netherlands agent, teams maybe. And but they can do it at the moment because there is no cross connection protocol. But if we have a common protocol there, then they can talk with each other. Then probably he doesn't need to build that Excel sheet at 9:30 a.m. every day morning. That work can be automated. So that was a basic problem we found for lots of the enterprise companies, and this main use case was the main innovation point for us, that through that agent economy, through that agentic solution, we want to solve that problem. And that's our vision maybe, that if we are successful, if in next 2 to 3 years, when everyone has their own agent, the agent will talk together through the Pebbling in most secure and trustable way. So we can talk about a little bit what Pebbling protocol is and what is the main difference between the other protocols like A2A and ACP, and obviously the MCP, who is the biggest brother in that field. In a Pebbling, everything is like peer-to-peer. No one can see anyone's conversation. When you deploy that single cookie cutter line, your agent, we will give you a DID. If anyone is coming from the Web3 world, you know what is DID. It's a decentralized identifier. So suppose in the internet you do have a DNS system, in Web3 world you do have a DID, decentralized identifier. So through your public key private key combination, you can understand the request is coming from the actual agent. So trust is our main backbone. So everywhere we are trying to put the trust partner everywhere. So that's why every agent, every workflow, every single atoms will have a DID here. Like A2A and MCP, we do have the schema. We do have multiple schemas for the negotiation also. For micropayments also, we do have the schema everywhere. Extends trust. So suppose I have a DID and someone has a DID. If that DID can be trustable, then they can build a mLTS connection between them, so that all the conversation, all the negotiation point will be encrypted under this mLTS protocol. And it is like if you have Vercel, if you have your own Sky.io, if you have your own Kubernetes architecture, if you have your own local machine, you can just deploy it from anywhere. It's not a problem. So it is supporting all the cloud environments at that moment. And it is totally stateless. So we are not storing at our side no data, and every layer, every conversation state will be respected. So this is our Pebbling protocol, which is totally like open source, but this is our main products. That is the Hibiscus, that is our federated registry of our agent. So whenever you build an agent, you can register also with us. This Hibiscus will help you for the better discoverability. Suppose any Japanese restaurant who build their own agent, they can register with us, so that if anyone is looking for a Japanese restaurant, we can provide that information to you. And it is like a federated registry. So if Hugging Face gave us their access token, we can also include their Hugging Face model hub or agent hub with us. Sheldon is our own certificate authority. So whenever any agents wants to communicate with each other, we use a certificate body which will certify that this agent is a good agent or this agent is a bad agent. So this Sheldon is our certificate authority. And the last word is called imaging. So the main idea is that, do you guys know about Alpha, Evolve, or AI scientists from Sakana? Anyone? So Alpha Evolve is a Google product who can write mathematical solution what humanity has not seen yet. At the same time, AI scientists from Sakana Labs, they are actually want to try to replace us, that they can write the CUDA algorithm what human has not seen. So the AI is moving into mainly the AI research part. AI wants to build something from their power, from the intuition, from the reinforcement learning, what humanity has not seen yet. And that's the problem we are trying to mainly focus, that in imagine, think about the situation, think about the drug discovery problem. Like drug discovery is a really hard problem where multiple parties are together. There are some clinical trial party, there are some hypothesis party, there are Elsevier who is giving you the documents. So multiple parties are there. But when you want to orchestrate something, the multiple party involvement is required. And through Imagine, we are trying to solve it. So Imagine will be powered by Pebbling Protocol, because Pebbling is the main backbone. Sheldon will be the main certificate authority, which will build the main trustable factor. And the Hibiscus will be the main federated registry where you can provide the discoverability. So that's it, I think. Pebbling is like one cookie cutter, totally framework agnostic. If you have any types of framework, just use our Pebbling cookie cutter line, Pebblify, and your agents will be discoverable, or the trusting factor will be built or integrated. So people ask lots of the time this question, that what is the basic difference between Pebbling and MCP? So MCP is a USB 3 which will give you the power to your agent to talk with this outer world. So if there is a NS-Rail or a MCP server, this NS-Rail MCP servers can be consumed through through your agent. But when you build the agent, how the agent will talk with another agent? So that is the problem we are trying to solve it out. So if you have your MCP server with your agent, if you have your own website or anything, you can integrate with Pebbling. Yeah, I think that's it from our side. If anyone has any question, please let us know. And by the way, Pebbling is totally open source. So if you can go to this page, we are in beta phase at the moment. We are trying to, every day we are pushing our changes. But if you guys want to contribute here, please feel free to welcome. You guys can also contribute, or if you guys have any new idea, we do have Discord channel, please discuss with us. Thank you.
We have some time for a couple of questions.
Okay. Yeah. I think, yeah, talk.
You touched upon MCP.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, how does Shadow compare to speak to a protocol? Because it's not really clear for me how it differs from that one, for example.
So we are writing the white paper why we are better than A2A. So a couple of points. A2A is not secured enough because they are not trust policy you can build on A2A. That is the first reason, that is our main DNA, that we are secure and we are trustable everywhere. When we're doing each connection, we are trying to build, we are trying to establish that this connection is secure. That is our main first point. The second point is that at the moment A2A is not supporting the negotiation and micropayments and all the thing what we are going to support in next near future. And the last point, A2A is not a developer friendly framework. What we also have seen it on Reddit and all the Slack channels and Discord, and that is Google's point that whenever they built a cool ecosystem, like they had a Qflow and then they just removed this open source part, they took it in a Google Vertex. So that's why developers don't trust a Google product that much. That's why A2A has a little bit of bad name here and there, but we are trying to be totally open source and transparent in this Pebbling. And the decentralization, trust, this is our main DNA. Yeah.
How does let's say two agents exchange a Pebble, and then they start chatting. What if one of them is actually nefarious, and then tries to expose that key, and so it was able to make the connection, but it's been compromised?
So in Hibiscus, we are also introducing a feedback loop. So suppose if you are talking with agent A and agent A is asking for some money, and sometimes agent A is not completing his job and you are not happy with the job. So we will be the mediator. If you are happy, then only we will pass that amount to the agent B. At the same time, it have the feedback loop. The RLHF also will be there. So if agent B is doing anything bad, that is also recorded. That can be recorded. It is optional. Can be recorded in the Hibiscus. So later in the discoverability part, whoever has a better rating or better rating, that agent will provide at the first option. So continuous feedback loop is there in a Hibiscus site. Yeah.
Can I have my own Pebbling network, my own registry?
Yeah, sure. So if you have your own registry, you don't need to give us all of your data. If you want to discover to all of the world, then just you can give your access key token to access that registry so that it can be integratable with Hibiscus. Just you do need to follow a couple of protocols here that you should have the DID, public key and private key, public key mainly with your agent. That is our documentation so that your registry can be integrated with us. So whenever you are searching for anything, anyone is searching for anything, your agent also can discover. And Pebbling is like open source, you can host it on your infrastructure. Yeah.
You said it's going to be like peer-to-peer secure
Yeah,
regime,
yeah.
but usually it doesn't like impact the speed. Is it like going to be like
I could not understand actually, sorry.
Sorry, I said like you said the agent in the chat that you talk peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
And usually when like you like for example when you use messenger apps based on this technology, it's way slower than the one that use servers. Doesn't it make agents slower?
It's a good question actually, but our main philosophy was like we are trying to build Napster of the agents. Have you used Napster? Yeah. So Napster is really old. In our childhood we use the Napster. So main idea of Napster is that you have your MP3 file. So we don't have the Spotify and YouTube. And if you want to listen to music, if I upload it in my server, then you can listen it out. So so that's the main philosophy for the Pebbling with Napster. That if I have my own agent, and then you can communicate with each other. But if your agent is hosted in really good machine, then probably the security will not be an issue, or the latency will not be the bottleneck. If you host on your local infra, then probably it may be an issue.